So thank you guys so much for joining us for our hashtag OneTeamUniversity. It has been so exciting having these calls. And just for a second, I want to, if it's okay, I want to share my story and introduce myself and kind of let you know why we're doing these calls so that you understand what's happening over the next 6 weeks. So is that good? We good? Thumbs up? Smile, something. I mean, show me that you're, okay, good. All right, there we go. All right, so a lot of people know me as hashtag fridge girl, right? Sometimes brands are thrusted upon you and you don't ever expect it. So that's me. You might have seen me in the Ice and movie, and what's been so great is, it feels like such an honor to have your story be shared to inspire other people. And I know there's a lot of people that I'll never meet that have heard my story and has been an inspiration. And that, I mean, honestly, it makes me get emotional every time because of the people that I've met, because of just opening my mouth and sharing a story. And that's part of the objective for these calls, is helping you guys to find your voice and to start sharing your story so that you can be that inspiration, because that's what we want, right? That's just one of the objectives. Now, 2 years ago when I started Isagenix, I was in a much different place. I wasn't inspiring anybody, right? I wasn't inspiring myself, wasn't inspiring my kids, nor my husband, nor anyone else around me. And the reason why is because I was like many of you. I was tired, I was exhausted, I was stressed out, overweight, unhealthy, and most importantly, I was completely disconnected. Like completely disconnected. And I know many of you understand what I'm talking about, where you give and you give and you give and you sacrifice, and one day you wake up and you're like, what am I doing? Like, what is this all about? And what am I supposed to be doing? I'm not passionate about anything. And that's really where I found myself until Barbara Price called me. And what some of you might not know is that 3 days prior to Barbara Price calling me, I was literally on my knees. And I know that everybody has different religious beliefs. So, you can call it what you want, but I was praying to my God. And I was simply just asking for a solution. That's it. I was begging for a solution. And all I wanted was to be more connected and more passionate about life. And I wanted to get over this. Now, every one of us has a body, and they're all incredible. They're all miracles. Well, I recognized in that moment that my body was holding me back from so much potential. And that's really what Isagenix has done for me. So when Barbara Price called me 3 days later, I had zero doubt this was my answer. And so, people ask, well, why do some go fast and some go slow and some do this and some do that? Well, it's all a journey, right? It's all a journey, and we're all at different places in that journey. 2 years ago, I was ready to go, and all I lacked was the vehicle. And so I'm so forever grateful for Isagenix, because it really has been rocket fuel in my life. And I forever will thank God to Barbara Price for calling me. And so that part of the story is super important, because that is why we're here tonight, is to learn from each other how we're doing this and how we can do it better. The reality is that Barbara Price simply made a phone call, and that's all she did. She just made a call. She got real courageous for 20 seconds and called me, and forever changed my life. And so as we're being trained over the next 6 weeks, 1 hour a week on Wednesday nights, I want you guys to keep in mind that the objective is to share your story, and don't get lost in anything else, because that is the objective, is to call people and help them to change their lives. So with that being said, I want to introduce some amazing people that are going to be talking with you over the next 6 weeks and sharing their stories and giving you some amazing, amazing tools to help you go next level, right? And so the first person I want to introduce is Hayden Vavra. And if you guys want to click it to speaker view so you can see him, because he's kind of lost in the crowd right here in the Brady Bunch. Go ahead and click it to speaker view so you can see him, and we're going to go from there. So Hayden.
Awesome. Can you hear me?
Yes.
We're good?
Yeah.
All right. I love it. Well, thank you. I'm very honored to be a part of this. I'm grateful for all of you on the call tonight or listening to the recording, whenever that may be. I'll get into my story a lot more tonight, and really take you back. But basically, I was, I would say, a struggling guy trying to play professional football. I went to school to be pre-med. I wanted to go to medical school because that's how I thought I was going to help people if football didn't work out. Well, football did not work out. I got my first student loan bill and said, medical school is definitely not going to work out. I don't want to get into more debt. And Emily right here, who you'll hear from shortly, had been doing this thing called Isogenics. I'd been using the products because I thought she was pretty cute and looked like she knew what she was talking about. And really, I started with falling in love for the products. I needed to lose some weight when I got done with football, got on our 30-day weight loss system, just rejuvenated my whole body. Felt like myself again, had more energy, got pumped up about helping people on that front with the nutrition, just an easier way to live a healthy lifestyle. And my first financial goal was just to make enough money to pay my minimum student loan payment every single month. And within about a year and a half, I was able to pay off all of my student loan debt. And so very passionate about using this as a vehicle to help people, both physically and financially, obviously, and show them that this truly is a better way, whether they're looking for one or the other. But we really believe both go hand in hand very well. So I'm excited to share tonight just a little bit about, network marketing mindset, network marketing etiquette, doing things the right way, not the wrong way, and want to help you accelerate because we've done a lot of the wrong things. We want to help you do the right things. And so I'm pumped to share tonight, really excited, but I'll pass it back to you, Trisha, and thank you so much for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. And since Emily's right there, I'll let her go next.
Yay! Thank you, Trisha, so much. I just want to salute you for setting this up. I think anytime you can get around other leaders and just be a sponge. I know when I started 6 years ago at the age of 23, just getting around people that thought bigger, that have gone before me, anytime I ever could get around it, I did it. So I just want to thank you so much for setting this up because I'm so excited about it. But yes, this is my wonderful husband. We're so blessed to do this business together. But let me just take you back 6 years ago at the age of 23. I went to school for massage therapy. I landed a great job working for a plastic surgeon here in Minneapolis. I did that, grinded it out, tried to work extra hours, did everything I could, and I quickly found out this is my wage. This is my wage for the rest of my life. And I'm like, no way. I have an expensive taste. I want more. I want to buy my own home. Come on. And so I was raised by a single mom, and she always hustled, worked really hard. So I just got a second job. I was a nanny to 4 boys. So at this point in my life, you guys, I was in my early 20s. And I just remember feeling so defeated and feeling like, wow, is this it? Do people just get up early Monday morning and on some positive music and grind it out and stare at the clock all day when they're at work? And Wednesday, thank God it's hump day. And Friday, yes, it's finally Friday. Let's race out of the office. And then Saturday, I remember just having so much to do on Saturday, get everything done. And then Sunday, I would get this pit in my stomach. And I knew I had to do it all over again. And I just started to think to myself, there's got to be more than this. And I was always told money doesn't grow on trees. Your head is in the clouds. I was always told that growing up. And, that was from my business perspective life. And then taking it from a health perspective, I had been a massage therapist. I had been eating clean. I had been chopping and prepping all my food so much that I competed in the Fitness America circuit. So I was really searching for something more. And I felt so crappy. Sugar-free this, a pot of coffee a day. And I thought I knew everything about the Eat Clean diet until I met my friend Holly. I had watched her do the Ice a Body challenge. I watched her for a year on social media. Be authentic, right? But I still didn't know what it was. I watched for a year, and finally I hit rock bottom in my life, and I decided, you know what? I wonder if her company is hiring. I'm going to check out and see if her company is hiring. I didn't even understand it was network marketing. That's how well she demonstrated the lifestyle that this can bring. I went to her. I signed up on a 30-day, August 26, 2010, and that was the best day of my life. Oh my gosh. But guess what? You look at over $1 million a year income. Guys, that whole first year, I slept on a mattress on the ground. I moved in with my sponsor because I didn't have a place to live. I read personal development books, and the most I cycled was 12 times a week, the whole first year into the second year. Okay. So I just went to work on myself, continue to go to work on myself. And as I did that, I created influence, started meeting people, and I just knew that people are not numbers, but this is a numbers game. And as long as I don't quit, this will work out. Then I met back up with my sweetheart growing up, and we got together and we just decided we want to design our life and we want to help so many other people do the same. So now 6 years in, we are so fortunate to work with thousands of people, many 6 and 7 figure earners in our organization. And we truly feel like we're just getting started. This is the business of the 21st century. This is the best company you will ever find. And I can't wait to help you, just be more authentic on social media as you talk to people about Isagenix in week 4. So I will be there to help you do that, because I truly believe that's why we've been successful meeting and connecting with so many people who have never done network marketing before that are on our team. So thank you.
Awesome. Love it. I'm excited. I'm getting more and more excited.
Yeah.
This is fabulous. So I'm going to go ahead and let Zach and Eden go next, and then we'll have Ben introduce himself.
Go.
With you guys, you're on.
All right, guys. First of all, Trisha, thank you for having us. We're hugely honored. I just made a post on Facebook because I'm so excited to be a part of this. And then hearing Emily and Hayden share their stories and just feel their excitement. I love those two guys. They're two of my favorite leaders in the company, and two of my favorite trainers. So I'm excited to learn from you, Hayden, tonight, and from you, Emily, in week 4. And Trisha, it was so fun connecting with you at Top Achievers. I adore you, and I'm thankful for you creating this forum for all of our teams in the entire community to participate. So thank you. I am about halfway into the journey that Emily has experienced in 6 years. I'm about 3 years in, a little bit more than that. Prior to being introduced to Isagenix, I had no network marketing experience or reference for it at all. I knew, because I had worked in the financial industry, that as a business model to create residual income, that it was a very viable way to do that. But I had never been introduced to a product or a company that I was really excited about. And when I met my husband,
Hi.
This guy, I'd been about 20 pounds overweight. I was also at a job that, it was fine. I wasn't fulfilled. I wasn't happy, but I kind of thought that was normal. Unlike Emily, who looked around in her early 20s and said, okay, something's wrong with this. I kind of fell into the habit of just going to the job every day. And I had a mortgage to pay and a car payment to pay. And I just thought that was how it got done. And the reason why I was working in the entertainment business. I grew up around the entertainment industry, and I was working in finance. And the reason why I chose to go into that industry is because I looked around as I was growing up, and I saw all these people in Los Angeles earning residual income. And I thought, I wonder if I could work my way up the corporate ladder one day, maybe become a producer, and then I could earn this residual income. It was almost like a unicorn, if you will, right? The people that were really successful made residual income, but it was always something that really inspired me. And so when Zach and I met, I'm 7.5 years into my job, just plugging away, staring at spreadsheets all day under fluorescent lighting. I worked in an office by the beach, so I would just watch.
We know how you feel about fluorescent lighting.
Yes, not a fan. I have a whole shtick about hotel lighting and how fluorescent lighting should be outlawed. But anyway, so I would sit in my office all day, every day. I'm unhappy in my body. Nothing I'm doing is working physically. And I'm trapped in this, in this ugly lighting with people, watching people go to the beach every day. And I'm like, just watching my life pass me by. And I would go from New Year's Eve to New Year's Eve to New Year's Eve, and nothing would change. I'd look forward to a bonus every year that I never really got, a raise that I never really got. And it became exhausting. So anyway, thankfully, when Zach came into my life, he shared Isagenix with me. My body transformed pretty quickly. In my first 30 days, I had an amazing transformation, and I couldn't shut up about it. I still can't shut up about it. And in my first couple months, I made a few thousand extra bucks, which was life-changing money. And he'll probably kind of fill in, I don't know what part of your story that you're sharing, but I had to kind of persuade him to come back. He had a background in network marketing. I had to persuade him to come out of retirement to join me. And long story short, we've been able to spend the first 2.5 years, every single day of our marriage together because of Isagenix. We've been able to travel the world because of Isagenix. We've been able to impact thousands of lives and continue to because of Isagenix. We've been able to grow ourselves and have the freedom to focus on our personal growth because of Isagenix. And so all of the blessings and the gifts that we've received in our lives are directly related to the generosity and the authenticity of this company, of this community, of Jim and Kathy Coover. We're so excited about where the company is going. And I'm here to share on week 2 the discovery process. And this is something that I learned from Zach, who has 10 years experience in the industry, really how to peel back the onion, if you will, peel back the layers from people, getting them to open up about what it is that they truly desire so that we can provide a solution to them in a way that they can get excited about and really understand and take us on as their partners in that journey. Go.
Awesome.
Your turn.
I should have gone first this time. Jeez. I like what Emily said. She said, I woke up one day and I was like, no way. But really you were like, no wages, right? Because Jim Rohn says profits are better than wages. From the time I was 7 years old, I knew that I was born to be an entrepreneur. I was the kid in class when they said, what do you want to be when you grow up? And everyone's like, I want to be a doctor, a lawyer, a baseball player. I said, I don't know what I want to be. I just know I want to do a lot of things at one time. I was born to be an entrepreneur. I am psychologically unemployable. If there's a business, I've tried it. I've done real estate investing. I've done insurance brokering. I've done it all. And then I fell in love with network marketing when I was 23 years old because I saw a statistic that the divorce rate in the United States would be reduced by 50% with an additional $300 to $500 a month brought into the household. And my parents divorced because my father could not financially contribute. So when I saw this business model, I said, here's a way that I can show other people how to keep their homes together. And if they want to, they can hit a financial home run. And so I dove headfirst into the industry and I got burned. I've experienced every possible horror story you could ever experience. And along the way, I had some success. But after getting burned again, I swore off network marketing. You couldn't pay me to join a company. And I was offered cars, money, positions, you name it. I said no to all of them. But when I saw what Eden was able to do without any of my help whatsoever, I knew that Isagenix had done something that I'd never seen before. And if you guys are brand new to the community, or even if you've been around for a while, I want you to get what Isagenix has done is they've put together this magic formula. And I want you to write this down. It's E plus C equals R, emotional plus consumable equals residual, right? The products are so good that they create an emotional response, not just in the people that are, not just in the person that's using the products like you guys are, but in the people's networks who are observing them take the products. Plus I saw that it was consumable. It's an anyway product. People are going to eat food anyway. And that leads to people ordering over and over and over again. And I saw all of these just ordinary people. And I remember my very first event was an ICU before Eden and I were even together. I flew out to see an ICU to check out the company. And I saw Emily, and Emily had just become a 3-star. It was at ICU Phoenix. You had just become a 3-star. Yep, I was at that event. Years ago. And that's before even, and I still said no to the opportunity, but I saw that people like Emily were creating extraordinary results. And so guys, I hope you get how blessed you are. I hope you get how special this is. And if you're still not sure, just keep peeling back the curtains, because the deeper you dive into this company, the better and better and better it gets. And so in week 3, carry the one, week 3, I'm going to talk to you about probably what is the topic I'm most passionate about. And that's how to overcome the lies that we tell ourselves, how to overcome things like the fear of rejection, or what are people going to think about me, or I'm not good enough to do this, or I'm not smart enough to do this, or why would anyone listen to me? And we're going to do some really deep dive work to overcome some of those objections like that. And if you dig in and you stay focused for those 45 minutes with me, I know it's a bold claim, but by the time 45 minutes are gone, if you can pick one belief that has its hold on you, in 45 minutes, we're going to be done with it, because that's my passion, that's my purpose, and that's why I'm here to serve all of you guys. So I'm excited to be with all of you. I'm excited to learn from all of you, and let's rock and roll this bad boy. It's going to be fun.
I'm going to hold you to that, Zach.
Please do.
Awesome. Okay, Ben, where are you at?
I'm here, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
You can. Wow. I'm amazed right now that you guys can hear me. I've been fighting against this all day. First of all, thanks so much for having me on. I know I'm a ring-in for Samantha Gascoigne. So you guys, terrible fortune, but unfortunately you're stuck with me. Hopefully you can understand me. And again, I'm just super grateful to be on this call. I won't take too long, because the more I'm talking, the less I'm able to listen to Hayden talk. And that is what I'm here for right now, to get the training from the master. So I got started in ISA a little over 4 years ago by my sister Peter. Before that, I was in construction as a bricklayer. So obviously very, very different industry than what I'm in now. Didn't really have a lot of tact. I didn't really like human beings, to be fair. And sometimes I still don't, which is the funny thing. But I had a lot of low self-esteem. I had a lot of things in my life that weren't going the way that I thought they should be going. And I was just really in a really depressed state, and just felt there was no hope. There was no way out of my situation. And I just had a really detrimental perspective about life. And I was just always thinking and looking and hoping something would show up. And I honestly feel like that intention and that blind sort of faith that just kept me around really served me well. The fact that I held on long enough to be able to have the opportunity that I said and knew that I wanted to show up would show up. And I didn't even know network marketing was a thing. I didn't even know it existed. I purely got on, I was a skeptic for about 6 months, and my sister Peter's an exercise and health science major. So she's a scientist of the body. So if anyone on the call was a skeptic, I like to think of myself as the ultimate skeptic. I told a scientist of the human body that they didn't know what they were talking about as a bricklayer. So ego 101 here. So eventually I let my ego down. I gave my sister the time to be able to explain why this is going to be good for me and my results, because I obviously had a lot of low value and a lot of other things in my life I felt like I had no control over. And the one thing I did feel like I had control over was my health and the way that I looked. And, her providing a way where I could actually get better results was going to mean a lot to me. So we sat down and she explained the science, and I'm very stats, facts, figures, I made a decision to come in ISA that was, very rational. Looking at the products, I understood that if I said no, knowing what my sister showed me, that I would look more like an idiot than if I hadn't of. So knowing that, again, the ego flared up, and I, one of the best things that happened to me was being wrong. Allowing myself to be wrong was a massive thing in my journey. Not needing to be right in that moment is obviously what has allowed me to get to this point. So fortunate enough for me, I allowed myself to be wrong. I was a product user for about 14 months. I got to events and I learned and I grew as if I was a business builder, but I just didn't do anything with it. And, obviously looking at my sister and with a science background, she would talk and do really, really well. I looked at all the other people that were involved, and I honestly believe that this industry was not meant for people like me. It was not meant for my kind. It was not meant for a brickie from Perth in Western Australia that had very little tact, until I eventually went to an event and I saw, just again, like Zach said, very everyday people walking across this stage. And that was a moment where it really switched on for me. The fact that I believed that I could do this, but more importantly, I could do this as the person that I was, that I am. I just needed to enhance what I had deep down inside myself that just wasn't brought to the surface yet. So I eventually started to apply everything I learned in that 14 months during the point that I just tagged along to stuff because my sister wanted me to, and I just thought I was going to support her. She was so passionate about it. And then I got it for myself, thinking, you know what, you can do this yourself. So I got to work. I did a lot of things that were very uncomfortable. I'd go to an event. We go to isogenics events where it's like, grab your partner and go find someone else to go talk to and share your story and find 5 things that you have in common. And I'd grab my sister. I'm like, nah, you're not going anywhere. I don't want to talk to these weirdos. Like, they're way too far out my comfort zone. And even just being at the event sometimes was a struggle for me. So going into this with, you know, little self-worth, it took a lot of moments of pure courage in times where I didn't deserve to even think that I should have courage, but I just did it anyway, because the life that I was living was way harder than having to think that for the next 40 years I had to live a life that I was already done living. So, you know, I chose my hard, and my hard was not going and doing this. My hard was staying exactly where I was before. And it took a lot of times of frustration, tears, anger, wall-kicking moments, wanting to quit. But at the end of the day, that hard was never more than the hard that I was already suffering through. So for me, I came into an industry and did what was required until I got the result. And I just burned the boats. I decided that it was going to happen, and that was it. There was no ands, ifs, or buts. I accepted that there was going to be good and bad times, and I was going to continue until it happened. And that was basically, you know, where I am now. That's why I'm here with you guys to hopefully help you on your journey and live into your highest potential. And I'm very, very honored to be able to talk with these guys, these 2 couples, and Trish. I really guard my space. I guard my space, my environment really, really, really well. And I get mentoring from the people that I really resonate the most with and I love the most. And as a people who are the most congruent and the most authentic, and these people are some of the most that you'll ever find. So I'm just hugely grateful to be on the call and to be able to learn from these guys as well.
Woo. Just kind of breathe that in for a second. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much, every one of you that have already shared your stories. I feel so honored to be working with you guys. And I think everybody on the call now knows why we're here and what we're doing. So I don't have to explain that anymore. I will tell you that one of the things that I am most passionate about in life is humanity. I get fired up. I get passionate. I fall in love with humanity every single day. And one of the funnest things for me to do is to bring people together. You talk about master connectors. Like, I like connecting with people, but I like bringing people together. And so that's what I'm doing for you guys, is bringing these people to you so that everybody can see them, everybody can benefit. And I know, me for one, I've already been blessed. And the 6 weeks is just starting, right? So thank you for sharing your stories. And I am just so excited to turn the time over to Hayden to train us tonight. I'm not going to take any more time here. Please get your notebooks out, get your paper, get ready, because you are about to learn some amazing things. So, Hayden.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone. Ben, and congratulations for being the company's newest millionaire. Freaking awesome. That is an absolutely incredible accomplishment. And again, I'm just honored to be with all of you guys on here. And if you can just take one note tonight, I mean, I will consider that a win. So I am very excited about that. But I want to take you back a really long time ago. Let's say I'm 28. So let's go 28 years ago. Okay. I am the oldest of 7. I have 2 brothers and 4 sisters. So women don't scare me, and I think I'm in the right profession. So that part has really helped me out. But my parents were in network marketing. That is what they did. My dad grew up on a farm. My mom, she went to nursing school for like 2 years, and they got married very young. When they were 19 years old, that's when my dad got into the profession of network marketing. So I grew up in it. And I share that because I know that there's a lot of people on this call listening right now, okay? Whatever it may be, but you have children. And you're wondering, is this the right thing for me? Should I be doing this? Should I be, taking time? And am I being a good parent? Am I being a bad parent? Whatever it may be. I want to tell you right now, you are absolutely doing the right thing, and you're with the best company possible. Because what network marketing taught me as a young child, as a young kid, I watched my parents continue to pursue their dreams. Okay? Over and over and over again. I understood that when mom and dad went away for the night and I had to go to grandma and grandpa's, you know, that they were building our dream. That's what they were doing. They were building their dream. When people were lined up in the driveway for product pickup night, you know, our freaking garage was like a mini little warehouse. Thank God we don't have to do that anymore. Okay. And they'd be like, hey, you got to go to bed. And they'd be up for 4 hours shuffling people all their products. Okay. But what I saw was they're around positive people that were pursuing their dreams. Okay. People that were going after it, people that saw a better way. Even if then it was, I believe that it was so hard. I'm so thankful that they paved the way for us. Okay. But know that you are doing the right thing. Okay. We got to go on trips together. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have never gone to Disney World. Okay. And that's like a childhood dream. I think every kid should go to Disney World. And if you're in network marketing, you can do that. Okay. You can provide that for your children. Okay. You can provide those trips. This last Top Achievers, there were so many people that brought their kids, and it was so cool. It was so fun to see that. Okay. Because they're going to have those memories forever. I have those memories forever. Now, did I ever think I was going to get into network marketing? No, probably not. Okay. I grew up. I wanted to be a professional football player. That was always my dream. Okay. So let's fast forward a little bit. I went to college. I stayed pretty close to home. Okay. I was going to school to be a doctor, and you know, I thought, hey, I want to help people, but I also want to make money. I want to make a good living. You know, I don't want to be spinning the wheels time and time again. So I'm going to kind of go the hard route and do this and pursue this. Okay. And at the same time, I'm really working hard at being the best possible football player I can be. Okay. Because I loved it. And senior year comes around, getting a couple looks, which was great. I was excited about that. I get done. The NFL goes on lockout. I'm like, dang it. So there's no camps, nothing I can get into, nothing I can try to do. I took my MCAT, which is the hardest test I've ever taken in my life. So for those of you who had to take something like that, kudos to you. Absolutely amazing. And then I had an opportunity to play in a smaller league, the Arena Football League. And I thought, you know what, why not? I have a very small window. I can do this. I'm not going to be in, you know, this shape forever. So I thought and went after it. In order to do that, I had to put on weight. And that's when I started taking Isagenix. It was before we had our freaking amazing amped line. It was like I was just taking Ionics and lots of shakes. Okay. And that was above and beyond anything else that, you know, was out there at the time. Okay. And so I started using it for performance aspect, kind of still eating whatever I wanted to, but making sure I was getting a good high quality protein. So I got that in. 6 months go by. I put the weight on I needed to. I was at training camp for about a month. And obviously football did not work out. I came back home, put on some bad weight. I was like, I would live on top of a duplex, and there, you know, it like goes up the stairs and then there's a resting spot and then it turns the other way. I lived in a place like that. Emily was sitting upstairs. I had to stop in the middle of the stairs just to take a breath, just to catch my breath. And I was like, geez, this is not good. And she started giving me nudges. And she's like, hey, you know, Isagenix has weight loss solutions too. And I was like, all right, I can take a hint. You can take a hint from the ones that are closest to you, right? So I hopped on our 30-day weight loss system. That's when I immediately started experiencing results. I started getting back in the gym 3 to 4 times a week, just really following the system, eating healthy. I ended up releasing 25 pounds. And what was different is I kept all the lean muscle I'd put on. Okay, I got rid of the bad weight. And that was, to me, I was like, okay, there's really something different about this. It opened up my eyes. At the end of that same month is when I got my first student loan repayment, which I completely forgot that you have to pay for college. Okay. And I saw that number and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Right. And I was like, I got to do something, because what I'm doing now, working at the gym, you know, I was valet parking. That's what I did throughout college. I could pick those up whenever I wanted. You know, sometimes it was really good. Sometimes it was really bad. And I thought I got to do something else, because right now I have $5 in my bank account. And if I could take that $5 out, I would, but that's what you have to have in a bank account to have it. So I was waiting for my next paycheck, And I said, Emily, I want to do this. She said, great, let's go. We took off for Chicago because that's where the business builders were at the time, our only business builders, which is about a 6-hour drive for us. And I got a crash course real fast on what Isagenix was. I helped out as much as I could. I probably wasn't much help at all. I'm actually amazed that people signed up. It was pretty incredible that happened. And now it's actually it's our largest team is out in that area. And so it's kind of a funny story going back there for ICU last month to get to go speak there. But, anyways, I was at that first ICU that Emily got recognized as a 3-star that Zach was just talking about. And that's when my eyes were opened. I saw everyday people, and honestly, I saw, if those people are making money, like really, like those people are helping others have transformations. Why can't I do that? Why can't we do that? Okay. Why can't we do this? And at the time, there wasn't really a lot of young people in the company. And we just thought, we need to get after this. We need to do this. And it was my goal to help people just pay their student loan payments. That's what I shared with people. Hey, as a result of this, yes, I've released weight, but it's also allowed me to pay my student loan payments. And that's what got people started. That's what they started getting interested in the business. It wasn't making $1 million. It wasn't making 6 figures. It was making those monthly payments, whether it was a house payment, a car payment, student loan payment, whatever it may have been. Okay. And as a result of that, I was able to release all of my student loan debt within 1.5 years. And that got us pumped up. And at the same time, because of an Isagenix leadership bonus, we were able to pay off our whole wedding. We paid for our wedding. We didn't have to ask for our parents. We didn't have to, which is great. But that's our story. And now we're able to do this full time. We work together every single day, which some people on the line, you're probably like, I don't know if I could work with my spouse every day, but I think it's great. I love it. Yes, there are times we need to separate. I have my office on a different end of the house. Sometimes we're together. Sometimes we're like, see you later. I'll go to the coffee shop, whatever it may be. But it's an absolute blast. We design our lives. And I want to talk about just your mindset. What's your mindset going into this? Do you have a championship mindset? Okay. I believe that if you're on this call, if you're listening to this, you aren't just playing around. You want to go big. So I want to speak to you a little bit differently. Like you are going to go big. Okay. That you are going to go big. Are you in it to win it? Okay. Do you wake up every single day with intention that you're going to grow your business? Okay. Intention that you're going to bless somebody's life. Okay. Are you moping around thinking, I don't know if this is going to work. It might work. If someone asks me about it, I'll probably tell them about it. But I don't know, even then, I don't really want to bug anybody. Guys, you have to believe that you have the gift. You have to know that you can help people. Not only get healthy, but put some health in their bank account as well. Okay, or take the fat off their body and put the fat in their bank account. Okay, whatever it may be. All right, but you have to know that you are in this to win it. You have to wake up with intention. Even when you don't feel like it. Even when you don't feel like it, the biggest thing with this business is consistency. You have to be consistent. You have to do something every single day. Okay, you have to reach out to people. You have to continue reaching out to new people. You have to meet new people. And where do you meet those new people is where you are. What are you into? Are you into sports? Are you into knitting? Are you whatever you're into? Meet people with whatever you're into because you have that commonality already. Okay? You guys, it is so important. It's so important that you continue to build your belief every single day. Okay? Everyone that you heard share their story tonight, they had to continue getting better and better and better and better. Okay? It is important to be yourself, but it is important to bring out the best in yourself. Okay? You don't have to change. You just have to bring out the best in yourself. So you have to continue building your belief in the products. Okay? That doesn't mean you have to be a product expert or a product scientist, but it means you have to use the products. Okay? It means you have to experience the products. Okay? It means that you have to bring the products around with you. The best way to start up a conversation is carry your shaker bottle around with you. Okay? Have that public display of product. Okay, so people see it. It creates curiosity. You have to continue to build your belief in the company, okay, in the compensation plan. Guys, because those three right there, we got the best. We got the best company, we got the best products, we got the best compensation plan. Okay, build your belief in the profession. We are the best company in this profession. I truly believe that. Okay, and that's why it's easy for me to talk to it about anybody, to anybody. Okay, you have to build your belief to that point and continue building that belief. Okay, but most importantly, you have to build your belief in yourself. Okay, and becoming the best version of yourself through daily affirmations. Okay, through personal development. Okay, whether that's, watching a video on YouTube. Okay, whether that's reading every single day, 10 minutes a day. Okay, if you get 0.3% better every single day, you'll be 100% better by the end of the year. That's all it takes. It doesn't take a lot. Okay, but it's that consistency again. Just like in your business, it's the consistency of what you do every single day from a personal development standpoint. You got to keep working on yourself, because this is truly personal development with a compensation plan. Okay, and when you put what you learn into action, that's when good things happen. Okay, you can't just sit there and read and be like, man, I got 4 hours of personal development in today. It was awesome. I feel so good. Okay, but if you don't put that into action and you don't share that with people, it's going to be really hard. Personal development isn't going to get you anywhere. So you have to put that personal development into action. Okay, and that's going to only increase that belief in yourself and your abilities. Because in this business, failure only happens when you quit. Okay, that's the only way to fail. Because this company is going to be around forever. And if you don't quit, you're going to meet the right people. Okay, when you continue working on yourself, you're going to become that person. Failure only happens when you quit. Okay, failure doesn't happen when somebody says no. Who cares? You're going to get more no's than you're going to get yeses. Okay, I'm going to tell you that right now. So you got to switch your thought process on the word no. Okay, no is just not right now. You know what's happening? People are waiting to see what you do. People are waiting to see if you quit. If you don't quit, those people are going to continue to come around. Okay, and I'm going to talk about just the etiquette with that. I see a lot of people do things wrong, and those people aren't going to come back around if you treat them the wrong way, if they don't agree with you right away. Okay, so we'll get into that a little bit as well. But failure only happens when you quit. So let's talk a little bit about just network marketing etiquette, Isagenix etiquette. I'm focused on Isagenix. Okay, that's what we're focused on, is this business. That's why we're all here. Okay, so I want to give you some ideas. I want to give you kind of some questions to think about, and it might be a little random, but there's going to be some thoughts, some questions, some things. I just wrote down a lot of ideas when I thought about what is network marketing etiquette? Okay, what is event etiquette? How should you behave at an event, or what should you do at an event to get the most out of it? Okay, so we'll talk about a few of those things, and then all that's going to tie into your brand, who you are, what you want to attract. Because some people have a different idea about attraction marketing as well, and that's the great thing about social media is it's attraction marketing at its finest. But there's a good way, there's a bad way to do it, and I want to help kind of bend your mind around and get the right way out there. Okay, so let's again etiquette. So number one here, all right, is building your business on character, and this is just a great rule of thumb. You guys, you're in this for the long haul. You're not. Yes, you can make a lot of money really quickly, but you can make and create a legacy income. And that's what more people need to focus on, is creating that legacy income. And Isagenix has it set up right to where you can make that front end money really quickly. You can do really well really quickly, but you need to focus on that legacy income. Okay. And taking it to the next level. All right. And a good rule of thumb is the golden rule. Okay. When you're talking to people, when you're out and about, when you're putting yourself on display, you're your brand, you're your own business, is do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Okay. Or however you want to twist that. Okay, treat others how you want to be treated. Okay, that alone will take you to another step in your business. Yeah, there are some dinks out there. Okay, there are some screwballs. Just don't associate yourself with them. Okay, you get that choice. Okay, in our company, we don't need to make false claims. Okay, income or product. It's not going to serve you. It's not going to serve your team. It's not going to serve the company. We don't need to do it. Our products work. We not only have scientific proof, but more importantly, you have the proof that you put them in your own body and you feel the difference. Okay, you're on this call because you've had an experience. You've watched somebody have an experience. All right? We have the best of both. We don't need to fabricate anything. Be honest with where you are at, okay? But do not be afraid to tell people your mission and where you are going. If you're not making $1 million right now, don't tell people you're making $1 million right now. If you're not making $1,000 right now, don't tell people you're making $1,000 right now. You can say, you know what, I'm not there yet, but that's where I'm going. Okay? You don't need to fabricate things and create this false sense that, you know, what's going to happen and make this sound really easy, because it's not. It's not easy. It is hard work. Okay? It's hard work, you guys, but it's totally worth it. Third thing is really be a product of the product. Okay? Like Zach was talking about it. It's consumable. We eat food. Everybody's going to eat food. We eat food every single day. So are you being a product of the product? Are you being that best version of yourself? Are you working on your fitness? What's your goal? Okay? What are you doing? Okay? Are you utilizing the products? Have you tried the body wash? Okay? Have you tried the lotion? Have you tried that stuff we're already using anyways? Have you used it so that you can share that experience with other people? You know, the skincare, stuff that doesn't get talked about as much. Okay? Have you tried those things? Utilize all the products so that you have that experience. When somebody asks you about it, you can share that with them. Okay? So be a product of the product. Honor your time working your business, and people will respect you as a business person. If you have 1 hour a day to work your business and you honor that time, your business will explode. Okay, and when you say you're working and you actually go to work, okay, and you're on the phone, you're texting people, you might be doing a blitz, you're messaging people, and you're honoring that time, people are going to sense that, people are going to feel that, people are going to know that. Okay, so it's important that you honor your time so that other people will respect you and honor you as a business person. They will respect you and honor your time when you set a meeting. Okay, so just an idea right there. All right. Next thing is, don't be a dream killer. Okay, when somebody has a dream, don't put it down. Yes, I get the whole, you know, be realistic, but don't be a dream killer. Okay, because you don't know where that person's going to go. You don't know. I really believe in abundance. I believe in encouraging people. Okay? Encourage them to be their best. Okay? Whether they're a brand new person, an old person. You know, as a sponsor, you're responsible to your people, but you're not responsible for them. We are all in control of our own results. Okay? We're in control of creating them. Okay? It's up to us. It's not anyone else's fault. Okay? It's not, if stuff's not working, it's not my upline's fault. It's not my downline's fault. It's not X, Y, Z. It's not, you know, it's not George over on the side or Barbara down below. It's, you have to look back at yourself. So yes, when you bring somebody in, you're responsible to them. You're responsible to show them the way. You're responsible to show them the systems. Okay? But you're not responsible for them. It's not your job to make them successful. It's still their job to become successful. Okay? You and your team are on your journey. All right? Don't get into the comparison game. You don't know where somebody's come from. You don't know what's led up to their skill set. You don't know that. Okay? When you start getting into the comparison game, it becomes very difficult because you start getting distracted by shiny things. Because there's going to be people that rise up fast. There's going to be people that, you know, they shoot up, they go down. It's business, okay? It happens. Don't get distracted. You are on your journey. The systems are set in place. Okay? Learn from those who have paved the way. Okay, because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't really know what to do. There's been a lot of amazing people in this company, and I think if you're trying to climb to the top of a mountain, you probably want to look at the path that somebody else has taken, right? You might not take that same exact path, but it's going to be a great reference point for you to follow. Okay? Next idea here, thought. And this is a big one. And I see this strip a lot of people, just from their joy, their own greatness. It's really a distraction, but it's bashing other companies, bashing products, getting into that comparison game with other companies, no matter how bad those companies may be. There's no point to do it. Okay. It is not a good look for the profession, but it's not a good look for you as a business person, because we already know we have the best. Okay. We already know that we're greater. All we have to do anytime somebody tries to get in a comparison game with me, all I talk about is what I like best about our company, what I like best about our products, what I like best about our compensation plan. It's up for them to decide. If I'm trying to convince somebody, it's not going to happen. I don't want that person anyways. Okay, because they're going to constantly be wondering. They have to come to that conclusion themselves. And what I found is, as a result of doing that, people will come back on their own terms, and they'll be more excited about it than if I just tried to convince them and pull them along. Okay, so that's another thing. Okay, don't just stay away from bashing other companies. Stay away from getting in the comparison game, because that's all you're going to end up attracting. All right, the next thing is, this is, we see it a lot. We kind of joke around about it, but, whether you're in a presentation, you're online, you're posting, but stop demeaning people who are or were employees working a 9-to-5, or their job just over broke. Like, yeah, that stuff is kind of funny, but here's what happens. When you begin to alienate people, you lose the opportunity to share the truths about what we have to offer. Okay, you lose that opportunity to share the truths of what we have to offer, because here's what happens. Somebody who maybe had a bad experience in network marketing before, or another company or another thing or whatever it may be, is they immediately shut down. As soon as they hear one of those jokes or one of those jabs, we need people working 9-to-5 jobs. We wouldn't have Isogenics as a company, right? There's corporate people they're working their butts off, and I am forever grateful for them, because if they weren't doing their job, it'd be a lot harder for us to do ours. Okay, and so loving those people where they're at. All right, what do you think is going to happen when things go south for them in their career? Okay, do you think they're going to come back to someone who put them down for their career choice, or someone who is respectful of their decision at that time? All right, so it's all a timing thing. And again, people are looking to see what you do. So we got to love them where they're at. Okay, alienating people within their own company. Everybody has their own version of how they're going to do this. And that's the best thing about this is you can be yourself, okay, and run a successful business. No matter what your views are, no matter, what you think, no matter how you're uplifting people or how it may be. Okay, it's the truth. You get to be the best version of yourself. Now, yeah, are there some crappy people out there? Absolutely. There's some bad eggs. Okay, you don't have to associate yourself with them. Okay, that's the beautiful thing about this is we get to choose. Staying humble. You want to, no matter how fast you're growing or how slow you think you're growing, okay, whatever it may be, you always want to remain humble. Don't draw your identity from your ability to impress others. Okay, you want to draw your identity from your ability to help others and uplift others. Okay, there's a big difference. All right, you always want to be out in that place of service. This is a service industry. Okay, you get to create your team culture. You get to attract your team culture. Okay, if you're young, you can attract young people. Okay, if you're it just seems like when we get a nurse started, okay, they attract other nurses because they resonate with them. You get to attract your team culture. You get to pick that by how you show up, okay? By how you come to play every single day, by how you uplift other people, okay? And by who you surround yourself with. And those bad eggs will just weed themselves out, because when they don't feel like they belong, they don't want to be around that anymore. Okay, they don't want to be around a positive environment. They don't want to be around an environment where you're encouraged to grow, but at the same time, you're encouraged to fall back on it. You're encouraged to fall on your face and get right back up. Okay, you're in a growth environment. Again, there's no failing unless you quit. No failing unless you quit. All right? So and this next thing I want to talk about is attraction marketing. Okay, because with social media, with everything that's going on, it's absolutely blowing up. And I really believe social media is attraction marketing, because you put yourself out there, or you put pieces of your life out there. And what you're putting out there, you're attracting. Okay? This isn't, attraction marketing isn't showing how awesome you are. It's putting the focus on others to make them feel awesome and capable of achieving success, okay, as an Isagenix leader. Okay, so there's a little bit of a difference there. Okay, it's not showing how awesome you are and how cool everything is, but it's putting the focus on others and making them feel awesome and capable of achieving success. You want to show others how they can achieve the same success that you're having, or the same success that you're looking to achieve. Okay, your vision, your mission. I want to share this quote of a good mentor of mine. Okay, and this is: people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And that's by John Maxwell. Okay, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So you have to show people that you care. You have to show that it's not about you. It's about you helping other people. Okay, it's about you showing other people the way, showing other people the systems, showing other people the path for success. All right. So the way you carry yourself every day, out and about, immediately will make an impact. Okay, immediately. So if you're walking around, and this is a very simple thing. This is a very simple thing for you to immediately impact your business in a positive way. You're walking around, okay, smiling. Just a simple smile. We connected with 4 people in our building today just simply by smiling. And we met this awesome guy. His name is Carter, and he collects cars. He used to own like 4 dealerships, and now he's like, I haven't worked since February. I've just been traveling a lot. We do like cross-country races, stuff like that. And just because we smiled and said hi. And that was all it took. And there were 3 other people in that elevator that just had their heads down in their phones, not really paying attention, not being aware of what's going on. Yes, are there times like that? I'll get on a plane and be like, headphones on, hoodie up. I don't want to talk to anybody right now. But when you're going out with intention, when you're really trying to grow your business, you have to be more in that smiling mode and saying hi mode more often than you're in the hoodie and put the headphones mode on. I get it. There's times like that. Okay. But that simple thing is very important. Okay. How approachable are you? Okay. It's going to put off an energy around you. If you're smiling, if you're saying hi, your energy is going to be a whole lot better. It makes a huge difference. Quickly, just on how to dress, because this was something I really didn't know. Like getting into this, for those of you that have just recently met me within the last year and a half, I have like pretty short hair, but I started off with hair like down to here, like right above my nipple line, and it was really long. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with that, but what can I was kind of like, I dressed kind of sloppy, and I didn't really know, but appearance has a lot to do with that first impression. Okay, and so I encourage people to get clothes that fit you, but get clothes that you feel comfortable in. okay, that you feel good in, that make you feel like powerful, like, yeah, I'm the man, or yeah, I'm the woman, okay, or whatever it may be, or whatever you women do. I don't know, but if it's, I'm not saying spend a lot of money. I'm saying have an outfit that's like your go-to outfit. So when you go to a meeting, an opportunity meeting, a Super Saturday, ICU, like get something that you feel good in, that you feel comfortable in, that you feel powerful in, that's like sharp, okay? That is just gonna represent. I wore the same outfit to each event for my like second year. When I figured this out, it was the same. I would just wear the same outfit. It was the same sport coat and everything, but it made me feel good. Okay, it made me feel good. It made me feel like, it just makes you feel more confident. Okay, so when you're out and about, the way that you dress makes an impression on you. So get stuff that that fits well. If you have to get some new workout gear when you're going to the gym, okay, every time I have new workout gear, I swear I hit new heights in the gym with my lifts. I run faster. When you put that pair of shoes, of your running shoes on, and you're like, dang, I'm way faster today because of these shoes, right? But look and make sure that you are in stuff that you feel good about, okay? You're in stuff that you feel good, you feel confident, because that's going to show out, okay? How are you showing up? Are you showing up on time? Are you late? What is it for you? Okay, this is just something I want to talk quickly about, just event etiquette, okay? Are you sitting with your teams, okay? When you're growing your team, are you sitting with your teams? Are you, getting your leaders together and say, hey, you guys group together, little groups of 4 or 5, so people feel comfortable together right away, because it's a scary thing coming into an event, okay? Are you sitting towards the front, okay? Are you taking notes, okay? Are you showing up early? Those little things are going to show people that you're serious, okay? It's going to show people that you are ready to go. You're going to take it to the next level. Okay, so how you show up is so important. Are you showing up to meetings late? Are you showing up to meetings early? How is it for you? Okay, are you always late to appointments? Make it your mission now to come 5 minutes early. Okay, instead of coming in like you're all sweaty and because you're like, dang, I'm 5 minutes late. Like you're speeding and you're like, are the cops am I going to get pulled over? I don't know, but I got to get to this meeting. And then you know how it is. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. So make sure that, you're taking care of that. Okay. You're taking care of that stuff. You're being mindful that I'm usually late. Maybe I should leave 15 minutes early, or maybe like what I do to Emily, I always tell her we have to leave a half hour earlier than we actually have to leave. So we leave on time, and then I'm not all flustered, like, because I don't like being late, and so that's something you might have to do, trick yourself. Okay. But lastly, I just want to leave you with, 10 things that it doesn't take any skills. Okay. It doesn't take, it doesn't take any special knowledge or anything like that. It's really just an awareness, but 10 things that will help you take your life and your business to the next level by doing these simple things. Okay. So you guys ready for that? Thumbs up. Awesome. Okay, sweet. I love it. All right. So 10 things. These are 10 things that require 0 talent. Okay. 0 talent. Number 1 is being on time. Okay. We just talked about that. Can you be on time? Number 2 is your work ethic. Okay. Where are you at? Going back to the beginning, even when you don't feel like it. Okay. When you don't feel like it. All right. What is your work ethic like? Okay. Think about that. Number 3 is your effort. How much effort are you putting into getting better at your skills? Okay. And network marketing, talking to people, following up with people. Okay. Enrolling people. Okay. Helping people rank advance. Okay. Helping people get paid. Okay. Number 4, talked about it again, your body language. Okay. Are you slouched over? Are you kicked back a little bit? Kind of chest out, walking tall. Okay. Do you have a little pep in your step? Okay. 5, your energy. What energy are you bringing? Okay. Because I promise you, if you're bringing more energy to the conversation, if you're excited about what you're talking about, people won't really care what you're talking about. They just want it because you have good energy. Okay, you don't have to know everything. You just have some good energy. Okay, number 6 is your attitude. Are you happy? You mad? You pissed off? You know, are you moping around? What is it? Okay, your attitude that you bring to the room, your attitude that you bring to the table. Okay, your attitude that you bring to the meeting. What is it? All right, 7, your passion. How passionate are you about what you're doing? How passionate are you about making sure that you're keeping yourself together? You're being a product of the product. Okay, what's your passion level at? Number 8, are you being coachable? Okay, are you being coachable, or are you thinking that, man, I know everything, but you're still not getting the results? Okay, be coachable, be open to criticism, be open to how you can get better. All right, number 9, doing extra. Can you do a little extra? Okay, 15 minutes a day. What would an extra 15 minutes do for your business? Okay, I always tell the story of, you know, if you're working at a job, you're about to get fired. Your boss comes in and he goes, you know, hey, you know, Billy, we're gonna have to let you go. Man, I'm sorry, we just can't afford it. And you're like, no, I need this job. And he says, all right, Billy, you know what? We can hang on to you if you stay every day for 2 years, 1 hour longer. 1 hour longer. We're not going to pay you for that hour, but 1 hour longer. And after 2 years, we're going to give you a full retirement. Okay, a full retirement. Would you do that? Absolutely, you would do that. Billy would say, heck yeah, I will stay for 2 years every single day, an extra hour longer that I'm not going to get paid for. That's what this is, you guys. Doing a little extra. Doing a little extra when you don't feel like it, okay? 1 hour longer. Maybe it's a half hour. Maybe it's 15 minutes, okay? It doesn't have to be anything absolutely crazy, but it's that consistent, compounded time and effort in doing a little extra, okay? It's going to take you a long ways, I promise you, because if you skip those 3 follow-ups yesterday, and then you skip them again today, and then you skip them again tomorrow, okay? That's 9 people that you just skipped. Okay, what if Emily just didn't feel like telling me about Isagenix that day? I don't know where I'd be. What if Barbara just didn't call Trisha that day? Okay, what if Peta never reached out to Kelly? Ben, okay? What if that never happened? Okay, what if she just didn't feel like it at that time? Right? How are you showing up? Are you doing that little extra? Number 10 is being prepared. Okay? Do you have a spot where you have when you're going to go do your one-on-one meetings, or you're going to do your Skype meetings, your Zoom meetings, or whatever it may be? Do you have that spot where you got your enrollment forms ready? You know, you got your product catalog, okay? Or you got your app pulled up. Do you have that stuff ready? Do you have that stuff prepared? Are you prepared to do the things that it's going to take to get to that next level? Okay? Are you putting yourself in preparation mode? By getting on this call, you're getting prepared. Okay, but are you going to put this into action? Okay, and that's the last thing I'll leave you guys with. Thank you so much for having me. I know I went a little over. I'm sorry about that. I'm going to blame it on Emily for taking so long on her story. No, I'm just kidding. But thank you guys so much. Trisha, thank you. I appreciate it. I don't know how you want me to end this. Do you end this? I've never been on one of these. How's this work?
Hey, Hayden. Thank you so much. That was absolutely amazing. Amazing. I loved everything, especially the event etiquette. That was really cool. I love that part. So good stuff. I know that we had at least one question. So would you mind answering a question?
No, I would love. That would be great. Yeah.
Okay. So if you guys, I know there was one person that asked a question. I can't find it in the feed right now, but if you want to unmute your phone, you can go ahead and ask that question. Don't be scared.
Is it the one from Shannon Murphy? Getting started when money is tight?
Yes, that's for me.
Okay. Do you just want me to read it?
Sure.
That's fine.
Okay. How can we get peace of mind when we're spending on products and books and events when we're on a tight budget and not having cycles at first? I would say, honestly, so we're spending on products and books and events. So are you talking about like clothing too, or just kind of all of that?
Just the basics, just the products and kind of what you were saying. I'm trying to try like one new thing with my 30-day set every month. And then I'm a history major,
Yeah.
so I don't have any personal development or we met and or professional development. So I had to get a couple of things, and going to Chicago, and then literally a miracle had to happen, which did, to get me to Celebration. But I have 3 kids and we're on one income, and I'm being consistent, and I know it's going to pay off, but it's just paying off right now. Money-wise.
Yep. No, absolutely. One thing, I mean, with personal development books, with anything personal development, there's so much free stuff. Like you don't have to buy that right now. Like whether it's, you're on YouTube, there's so much audio, there's so much stuff. If you want, still buying stuff like half price books, if you want to go garage sailing, or if you're doing that and you come across something, that's great. But there's a lot of, free stuff there. And the next thing I will say is really, trust the process. As far as the products go, my first, I get it. My first year and a half, it was just, how am I going to, stay at 100 BV, right? So I was really just, sometimes it was just 4 canisters of shakes, because that made the most sense meals wise for me. And I kept it at that, and if I could add in an extra product, here, or take one of the shakes out, I would do that. But that's not, I encourage you to do that, but it's not something you absolutely, have to do. Do what makes the most sense for you. Because there's a lot of free material out there, even with all the isogenic stuff, everything on isogenicsbusiness.com, all of these trainings, which are, great, like all of that stuff is free. So be mindful of that. But with the products, do what reallocates the most spending for you. Yep.
Awesome. Thank you, Hayden. All right. So we are going to close up here because of time. I want to honor your time, but I will say, just to kind of close this, that one of the things that stuck out to me the most with Emily and Hayden's story in particular was how there were not a lot of young people doing this when they were doing it, when they first started. And so they really were one of the first to go. And so when we start asking ourselves, how are we going to do this? Like, I want it, but how are we going to make it happen? And you have bills to pay, and you're looking for the cycle. So I totally get where you're at, Shannon. But remember that Hayden and Emily were at that spot, just like all of us. Like, they were there, and they didn't have inspiring, start members that were doing it first. Like, they had to go first. And so one of the first things he said when they were sharing their stories was, play big, dream big, think big. Think of yourself right now as a champion, and then just go for it, and don't have any excuses. So I absolutely I love everything that was said tonight. Let's see some love, guys. Come on, I want to see it in your body language. I mean, was tonight just absolutely amazing, right? Let's hear it in the feed. And please, we're going to be posting some pictures, and we have the events thing. I'm in love with this party with Misty Polino. Like,
yeah, that is awesome.
Like, how cool is that? So fun. So anyway, please share your feedback in the post on Facebook. Share, what your takeaways were, what Hayden really taught you tonight, and what you're going to apply. Because we're going to be here every Wednesday night for an hour, but you have to apply what you're learning, or all of this is for naught. And second part, you have to share this forward. Everything you're learning, teach it to everybody around you. And I promise we're going to do amazing things together. All right. I love this. I'm going to find Misty's group and have a party with them. You guys are awesome. Have a fabulous night. Let's hear the love.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Love
you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
I'm so sweaty. Thank you.
I saw that, Hayden.
Thank you. That was awesome. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
Well done, Hayden. Well done. And Ben. Good job, Trisha. Thanks for hosting.
You're welcome. Thank you,
Thanks,
guys.
Trisha.
You're welcome. Thank you. Hayden Quinn says you're a champion.
Yeah, I love it. Thank you.
He is.
Hey, Trisha.
Yes.
Misty had a question. Is she still on?